Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to do a screen replacement on an iPhone 12. This is not the Pro, just a regular 12, and I'll be doing a screen replacement. As you can see that the screen digitizer plus with the Retina display, it is damaged and it's cracked. So I'll be doing a screen replacement, and I'll walk you through from start to an end. So let's go ahead and turn off the phone. The next step is to go ahead and remove the two screws underneath that phone here right next to the charging port. They are Pentaloop P2. 0.8 is the size of that screwdriver. So go ahead and remove the two screws. Make sure you have the right parts and the tools for this repair. And if you're not sure where to buy them, go ahead and check down in the link down description below, where I'll direct you to either Amazon or eBay for this purchase and the repair. The next is to get myself a metal prying tool. What I'm trying to do is to stick in between. You can see that I'm sticking in between the phone and the screen. Alright, so that is in between the phone and the screen, and I'm cutting through the adhesive. The phone is a water resistant, meaning that it prevents the water or the dust getting into the phone. So there is a water resistant adhesive seal that is sealed all around the phone. So using the metal prying tool, and that way I can cut it and open up that, remove the screen. Okay, so go ahead and do so. Just go ahead and do it all around the phone. And what you want to do is you want to open up the phone to your right side of it and holding it at 90-degree angle. The next step is to get yourself a Try screwdriver or the Y 0.6 screwdriver. Go ahead and remove the screw because we need to remove the bracket and get into the flex cable. So there are 5 screws in total. Once you have removed that 5 screw, the metal bracket will just come right off. And the next step is to go ahead and start disconnecting the screen digitizer. And here would be your front proximity sensor, which is the front speaker. And that would be the connector for that. Okay, once you have disconnected 3 of the cables, what we want to do is to transfer the front proximity sensor, the ear speaker here in the front, transfer it over to the new screen. I'll be using the Y screwdriver, which is the 0.6. Remove the tiny little screw. Get yourself a tweezer, and we want to transfer that little metal piece, and I'll show it to you in a second. Now the next step is to get yourself a Phillips screwdriver. This is just a regular plus, and there are 3 screws holding down that proximity sensor. One, 2, and 3. Okay, once I have removed all 3, here is the one that I'm referring to, that little metal piece that we'll be transferring over to the new screen. What this is, I'm not too sure, but it does look important to me. It's more likely the grounding process, I would think, that it kind of linked to the metal piece, so it's got to be some kind of grounding process in, I would assume. Okay, so the next step is to go underneath that flex cable. You can see that my prying tool is underneath them, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go underneath and remove that and transfer over to the new screen. So alright, so I just removed the entire piece of this, and I'm ready to transfer it over here. Sorry, I have to pause the video. I apologize here. By the time when I transfer it over, I realized that this is not the right screen. I was told it was an iPhone 12, but I am wrong. This is actually an iPhone 11. So let me get you the real iPhone here. So this is the iPhone 11. Okay, we got to remove the plastic. So just a recap, at the very beginning of the video I was telling you this is an iPhone 12. My mistake, I apologize. It is not 12, it is iPhone 11. Okay, so that is my mistake right there, because the customer told me it's the iPhone 12. I believe her and I start getting the iPhone 12 ready, but ultimately it is not. It is iPhone 11. So I apologize, and let's continue with it. So what I'm trying to do now is transfer the plastic bracket here. Okay, just kind of align them in a position that should going back to that mounting bracket. Okay, now the next step is to transfer that little metal piece. Remember the metal piece, so we have to insert back and make sure it is touching that metal. Cover it up, align them in a position like so, and get the screw back in. Alright, there are 4 screws. I had it all in. Now the next step is to transfer back to your phone, and again this would be the front proximity sensor going back in. Like such. They're kind of like Lego. Once you have them in a position, and it will snap back in very easily. You try not to force it in. All you have to do is just to align them in a position where when you press it, the thing should just go back in very easily. If you force it and press it too hard to go in, that is not the right way to do it. Okay, let's get all the screws back in using the Y screwdriver. Okay, and final last screw. Okay, so the next step I like to do is to align the one on the top. You can see that the top here has this metal bracket that you're supposed to lock it in first. So go ahead and slide it in. Make sure you get all the way to the top. While you're holding it down, you can try to press the side and crunch it in like so, and make sure it's all the way in, and try to turn on the phone. All right, the Apple logo is coming up, which is good. Make sure to have the 2 screws back in there. That is the Pentaloop P2